All right, welcome back. I got a little bit later start today than I wanted to, but I have been doing a couple things. Let me show you. First, this is a wonderful rainy day. It's not pouring like they said on the weather, and I haven't seen any thunder or lightning, so maybe we'll get lucky there. Although watching lightning is pretty fun sometimes. But anyway, I tried to rig this seat up to where it would stay up. I was not successful. I have to get brackets made for this, for both sides, and just install them. So I'm going to go. This is 4.5 inches here. I'm going to go 5 with some brackets. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I was going to try to build some wooden boxes just to temporarily set them on, but I don't want to drill any more holes than I have to. So I'm going to just go with some metal brackets, I think, and just mount them where I want them to be. But what I've been doing today is, let's see if I can get it where you can see it. I've got that steering column held up with plastic tie wraps where I want it to go and where it comes through the firewall where I want it to go. And right, that's centered right now under what would be the instrument cluster, and that's where I want it to be. And it's about going to be where I think it's going to be centered where the seat is. So I come up here under the hood and let me find my flashlight. What did I do with my flashlight? This is what everybody tunes in to see. Me looking for something I just had. There it is. So, where it comes through the firewall, right there, and it might be a little hard to see here, but it's a straight shot from there to there. That is the end of that homemade steering shaft that's on the end of the steering box. But again, when I cut that did spring over and is now leaning or hard against the header tube. I did mark the header tube where that goes. I don't have 100% confidence that shaft is straight, because like I said, it is at least, there's a socket that goes down over the shaft that comes out of the box, and then there's what looks like an extension, and then another round rod of some kind, and I don't know what all those pieces are, but I'm going to cut it off down there, and it looks like I might be able to go with a U-joint down near the box and a U-joint up here, and that would make everything so much simpler. So, but I did mark the header tube. You probably can't see it, it's in black, where I want to dent it in a little bit, and when I do that, I'll use that shaft on that end, some wood or metal or something on the outside end, with a C-clamp, and then heat it up with some MAP gas and see if that'll let it bend in a little bit. Rather not take it off, but if I have to, I have to. And then I could be able to steer again. That would be nice, especially since I still don't know when I'm going to have to move out of this garage. I suspect I'm going to. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a year. I just don't know, which is lovely all by itself. So, it kind of makes me not necessarily want to put everything away where I would want it, and make the shop, look better. I mean, I'll probably put some stuff away just because I've got a mess. I've got 2 rolling carts sitting in here that are just in the way. Once I get everything up, I mean, the hood I'd like to rig something up above the car to hang the hood with. And then I've got back behind here, I've got 2 sets of ramps here, my compressor, and a rolling toolbox. That's just a rolling toolbox there. But then I could put the carts here, maybe. But, you know, I could hang my creeper up. I've got some pieces of wood here that I was going to enclose this over here with. I'm not going to do that now. But, you know, we'll see. I've got some scrap aluminum there. That was an antenna. Just some aluminum tube that I can cut and use for something. I'm really not a hoarder. But I also know that sometimes, you know, watching, you know, Bob over at Rat Rod Bob Builds and a couple other guys, that sometimes it's good to have just a few pieces of scrap laying around. So, you know, I'm trying to do that. I don't want to get a whole bunch, but I'll have a little bit. So, I was going to, if I could have got over here earlier, I was going to go ahead and take that steering box off and cut that. I may do that tomorrow if I can get over here for a little while tomorrow. I'll jack this up, take the wheels off, because I got the other wheels to put on anyway. To see, let's see what it looks like with all 4 wheels the same. So I'll jack it up and take the wheels off of it, and take that box off. And then, like I said, I want to take it to work and weld up that pitman arm, and then I'll bring it back. In the meantime, I may order the 2 U-joints and some double D shaft to make that steering shaft with. I still have to figure out how I'm going to hang the column on the inside. Down by where it comes through the firewall, there's 3 bolt holes that I can use on the shaft, on the column that bolt to the firewall. But up above, I got to figure that out. I may just go with an exhaust clamp, you know, rigged up for now, and see where that lands me. But we shall see. But I want to accomplish something, you know, pretty soon. At least the steering or the brakes. But the steering is most important, because it will stop now on 1 wheel anyway. But I can't turn the front wheels unless I do it by hand, and as some of you know, that's not necessarily easy. But we'll see. So in the meantime, I guess I'll sign off for a while. Thanks for coming. Bye.